Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we try to make sense of the crazy world of business filings. And today we have a special treat. CEMTREX Incorporated is back with another filing. And let me tell you, there is a dividend payout that is a bit different than usual get ready for some preferred stock talk, and an unregistered sale of equity that you will want to hear. Before we dive in, if you like uncovering the hidden stories in corporate documents, consider subscribing. We also have a fantastic community over on Discord to share your insights and continue the conversation, so make sure to check out the link in the description below. Alright, so let us get straight to it. CEMTREX Incorporated on the 19th of September of 2025 tells us about a decision made by their board of directors that is pretty interesting for anyone holding their Series 1 preferred street OC. Now this is where things get a little unique. Instead of sending out cash for dividends, which is the usual way to do things, CEMTREX has decided to pay out their dividends for the Series 1 preferred street OC using more of that same Series 1 preferred street OC. This is called a stock dividend, and it is set to be issued on the 7th of October to shareholders who are fishy. Ali own the stock by the 30th of September. So what exactly does this mean for the shareholders? The Series 1 preferred street OC holders are set to get a 10% annual dividend based on a specific value of $10 for each share. These dividends are normally paid out twice a year. So in essence, instead of getting cash twice a year, they are going to get more shares of the Series 1 preferred street OC. Those additional shares will then also be to dividends in the future. This is a bit of a strategic move by the company. It means they are conserving their cash position to be used for other business growth or operational needs, rather than distributing it directly to preferred shareholders. It is important to distinguish this from a common stock dividend, which is what most people think of when they hear dividend payments, preferred stock die. Dividends are contractual obligations, and this filing is detailing how CEMTREX is meeting that obligation. Now let's look at what else is detailed here. Specifically, this filing points to item 3.02, which talks about unregistered sales of equity securities. This means they are issuing stock, but not through a public offering where it is registered with the regulatory bodies. The issuance of stock as a dividend falls under this category. Think about the implications. CEMTREX is essentially increasing the number of Series 1 preferred shares outstanding without a direct cash outlay in the short term. For the preferred shareholders, it means their dividend income is being reinvested into the company. In the form of more stock, this can be good if the value of the preferred stock increases, but it also means they do not have readily available cash. From their dividends, this type of transaction is common when a company wants to preserve liquidity for CEMTREX. This could signal a focus on investing in their business operations, or perhaps funding future growth initiatives. This is a move that suggests they are prioritizing reinvestment over immediate cash payouts to a specific class of shareholders. From the perspective of an investor, this type of dividend can be a bit of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it shows a commitment to the preferred shareholders by meeting dividend obligations. However, not receiving cash can be a downside if those shareholders rely on that dividend income for personal expenses. The filing is signed off by Sagagaville, who holds the title of Chairman, President, and Chief Executive Officer. This is important because it signifies that the top leadership of the company has approved and is accountable for this dividend payment strategy. By putting his name and title on this document, Mr. Govil is confirming the company's official. Our stance on this matter, looking at the broader picture for CEMTREX Incorporated, this action of paying a stock dividend on preferred shares is a careful financial maneuver. It can be seen as a sign of financial prudence, prioritizing the company's growth by keeping cash reserves strong. However, it is also a signal to the market about the company's current cash flow priorities and how it views the value of its preferred stock. The fact that these are unregistered sales of equity is also noteworthy. While it is a perfectly legal way to issue stock for dividends or private placements, it means that the shares are not being offered to the general public in the same way as a registered offering. The holders of these shares are typically existing shareholders or parties directly involved in the transaction. Now let us step back and think about what this tells us about CEMTREX. They are clearly focused on managing their financial resources. Strategically, they are meeting their obligations to their preferred shareholders, but doing so in a way that keeps cash in the company for other purposes. This is a classic balancing act in corporate finance. For us as observers of the corporate world, this filing provides a glimpse into the specific financial decisions being made at CEMTREX. It highlights the different ways companies can manage their capital and reward shareholders beyond simple cash payouts. It is a reminder that financial reports are not just about telling a story, but also about revealing the underlying strategies and Priorities of a company, S leadership. So in summary, CEMTREX is paying its Series 1 preferred street, OC dividends in more Series 1 preferred street. OC this preserves cash for the company and means preferred shareholders receive additional equity. Instead of cash, this is an unregistered sale of equity, which is a standard. Practice for this type of dividend distribution, the CEO Sagagaval has signed off on this decision, confirming the company S direction. Now let S put on our analyst hats. This move by CEMTREX to pay a stock dividend on preferred shares is a clear indication of their current financial strategy. They are prioritizing the preservation of cash, which suggests they have plans for investment and growth that they believe will yield a better return than distributing cash to shareholders at this moment. For the preferred shareholders, this means their ownership stake is growing, which can be positive if the company S value increases. However, it also means they are not receiving immediate liquidity from their dividends. This can be a double-edged sword depending on the individual shareholder S needs. A key risk here is that if the company S growth plans do not materialize, or if the market value of the preferred stock stagnates or declines, then this stock dividend might not be as beneficial as a cash dividend would have been. It is a bet on future performance. The company is essentially signaling confidence in its ability to generate returns from its reinvested cash. We will have to watch closely how these plans unfold, and if the value of the preferred stock reflects this strategy. Overall, CEMTREX appears to be in a phase where reinvesting capital is seen as the most effective way to create value for its shareholders. The strength lies in their proactive cash management and commitment to preferred shareholders through a non-cash dividend. A weakness could be the potential for preferred shareholders to desire cash dividends, especially if the company S performance does immediately translate into stock appreciation. The opportunity is in the successful execution of their growth strategies. The risk is undoubtedly tied to the market S reaction and the actual performance of the company S investments. Alright, that is our dissection of this CEMTREX filing. What are your thoughts on this stock dividend approach? Do you think it is a smart move or a sign of cash flow concerns? Let us know your take in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give us a like and subscribe for more in-depth looks at the financial world. And once again, our Discord community is a great place to connect with fellow analysts, so join us there too. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you in the next video.